This is kind of our last little lesson, although now that our shutdowns are being extended, I'm feeling out how to extend these lessons as well, even though I have to get back into work and help kids figure out how they're going to do their schoolwork. So, but my hope is that at least once a week I can continue these little art lessons. Anyway, for today, I thought what we would do is kind of combine a bunch of stuff that we have already been doing, such as collage, using crayons, painting negative space, all kinds of stuff like that. And we are going to be working on, you can work on cardstock, or in your art book that you made, or any kind of paper. You might want it to be a little heavier than just plain drawing paper, but if that's all you have, that's all you have, so use it. Anyways, a surface to work on. I have 4 different colors of blue crayons, a variety of colors, although you can't tell by looking at that. Glue, this is my Mod Podge that I have. I have some white paint left over from something the other day. It's not even perfectly white paint, but don't forget, I like to be a mess about things. I think it ends up looking good. Hole punch, which is optional, but might be nice. Scissors, of course, a paintbrush and some water to work your paint and your glue. I have a newspaper surface to be working my glue on. But the other thing, go ahead and get a magazine. It can be one, it can be multiple things. I'll probably use some of this if you have any painted papers that we've done that you feel like you want to harvest. I think all of that is good. I even have from that very first supplies little video, I still have my can paper that I'm going to use for some green and some red. So grab whatever, grab whatever. We are going to make rainbows. And there's about a million different ways to make rainbows. A million things you could do with it. As a matter of fact, one of the ideas I'm toying with is just once a week we explore a different way to create a rainbow using different materials. Anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to paint we're going to color our sky, and we're going to reserve the white of the paper is going to be reserved for our cloud. Or if you're going to do it in your book, you'll see that there's a little of that newsprint there too, which is just fine. Like I said, messy is cute. So I don't have a filming lady today, so I'm going to angle my camera down, and I am just going to be filming as I'm doing it. Now, the sound, when I do it like this, for whatever reason, the sound cuts out, but we'll just do the best we can. And things might be upside down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to draw the shape of my cloud at the top of my paper. Maybe I'll do it upside down so you can see. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry about it too much, but whatever cloud shape you want. I don't know if you can see. And then I'm going to paint, I'm not going to paint, I'm going to color around it. Now, I'm not gonna, when we did one of our lessons, I had you really push hard on your crayon to really get a lot of that, a good coat of crayon pigment. But this one, because we're gonna be using several colors and kind of working on how to blend or create variation of color with crayons, we're just gonna be doing a light, really use very little pressure and just a light coat of crayon. So I don't know if you can see this. It's pretty light. Some people like to be really neat about their coloring. I think especially because this is going to be kind of a stormy sky, right? If there's a cloud with a rainbow, it's probably because it's been raining. So I like my marks that I am using to fill my sky. I like it to kind of reflect that idea and be a little chaotic and intimidating maybe. I don't know if that's an okay word to describe sky, but whatever. So there's my first. This is just one color. This is Robin's Egg Blue. Now I'm going to come in with an indigo. I also have a cerulean and some other blue-green. So just pick another color and you'll see, because we haven't colored really hard, we can sort of get some variation in these blues. So up here you can see both blues. And some parts may have more of one blue than the other blue. But I'm still going to use a really light hand when I'm coloring. I'm just barely getting some of this color on the paper. Not only do I want to see the previous color through, I also want to be able to see the next colors that I'm going to color with too. I want to leave some white space. All right, so there's two colors. I'm going to come in with my cerulean, I guess, and I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Color some lightly, and I'm just going to do a coat all over. You can use really circular, scribbly marks. You can use really linear marks. Both of them will have a different kind of a vibe to them. I'm getting kind of fast. I'm starting to apply pressure, but I'm just going to remind myself, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So already our blues are getting quite a bit more interesting than if it was just one shade of blue. So my final shade of blue is this indigo. And you can really tell that that is a different color than those that were underneath. This one is definitely bluer. It kind of adds to a more ominous feel to the sky, whereas opposed the blue-green and the robin's egg were much more kind of jovial, light, carefree colors. They made it seem, I don't know. Color affects the mood, the overall mood and feel of your piece. So I'm just going to finish coloring in here. Ooh, see, I like it when these marks get really wild and kind of unexpected. Have fun with it. Now, if that doesn't look a bit like a stormy sky, I don't know what does. All right, next, I am going to get my paintbrush and my white paint, and my water. I'm wetting my paintbrush just a little bit, and I'm going to get a big smattering, a big blob of white paint. And this is just white craft paint. This isn't super fancy, nice paint. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to paint and we're going to carve into our paint with the back of our paintbrush to make it look like rain. So, to do that, once we paint, to carve in, our paint has to be wet. So you can do it one of two ways. You can either paint this really fast and carve in really fast before it dries, or you can do a little bit, carve, paint a little bit, carve. So you decide. I am going to try to do it really fast just because Well, seems to be how I do everything. So here, I have a big blob. Look at that. Like, that is probably too much to brush your teeth with. Like, that's how much you need. Okay, I'm gonna go from the cloud. I might leave a little blue spot, you know, a little blue space between the cloud and the sky. But look at, I'm painting. I'm not being super careful though, and I am just painting. I'm getting that all on there really quickly so that then I can, with the back of my paintbrush, I'm going to use this to carve out little dots, lines. It can be big lines. It could be a combination of big lines and dots, dashes and lines. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so while that is drying, we are going to cover our paints, rinse our brush, and head to our magazines. What you want to do is you want to find all of the colors of the rainbow. So this page has green, it has some peach and yellows, it has some light pinks and some bright pinks. This has some yellows, red. You don't need a lot, you just need a little bit. We're gonna cut out raindrops we're gonna build our rainbow with the color of our raindrops. So, you know, here's a little green and orange. That's enough, you just need a little bit. So, once you get a variety of colors that you need, right? You will need red, blue, purple. Oh, I don't have any purple. Wow, it'll be fine. Once you have all the colors that you need, you're going to want to cut them into smaller, more manageable pieces. Like even that is a good piece. And we're going to cut drop shapes like this. So it's like a little raindrop, but instead of being watercolored, whatever color that is, we're going to make it our rainbow colors. So go through and cut all kinds of different colors, and they don't have to be perfect colors. Like maybe you don't have red, maybe you are using pink for your red. I might cut this, use this for yellow. I like this little, the inside of this flower has some fun textures that I think will look pretty. So what you want is a whole bunch. And you can, you know what, if you find out that this isn't enough, that's okay. Look at this. I have all these little, and some of them aren't the perfect. Don't wait until you find the perfect green. This is a green that is like, there's some leaves in there. I don't know what it is, but it's mostly green. So you're going to want to get a bunch of those, like, I don't know, at least 6 of each of the 6 colors. Although now that I'm looking at it, I don't have any purple. Okay. Then what we can do, as another collage element, I'm going to use some of these colors for more raindrops to reinforce this idea of raindrops. And I'm just gonna, wait, I don't think I even know how to, oh boy, do I? Oh yeah, here we go, okay. I was gonna say, I don't even know how to empty my, okay. So once you have your hole punch, I like these grays and these purpley blues. All right. You can always add more if you find out that you don't have enough. So I don't know if you can see these. These are pretty tiny. But even in that teeny little circle, there's a variation of color and textures. So here I have my sky. Oh, it's already kind of dry. Now I'm going to get my scratch paper. And my glue. You can use a glue stick too. You can use whatever you happen to have. A glue stick might be easier. I have regrets now that this is what I have. But, oh boy, do I have regrets. I'm sure I have a glue stick somewhere. Okay. I'm not sure how to glue these little teeny dots without, oh well. Make a mess, right? I'm going to get these little dots in there. I don't need a paintbrush, I'm just going to use my fingers. Don't tell your mom. Oh, see? This is working great. Now, I don't know about where you live, but around here, people are putting several different things in their windows just to brighten up if people are out walking or driving by, just to brighten up the mood. Some people are putting hearts in their windows. Other people are putting rainbows in their windows. Some people are putting teddy bears, stuffed teddy bears in their windows. Easter egg, drawn Easter eggs in their windows. So, part of my thinking is, after you make this beautiful rainbow piece, maybe you can put it in your window. And your piece of artwork can make other people smile too. Like, art is good because it is fun at the time, like it's just fun to do, but then you also get the added bonus of something really cool to look at. So you may as well share that with everyone. Okay, so does that kind of look like raindrops? Ugh, maybe it looks like hail. Oh, good, goodness gracious. Okay, now I have all my colors, right? And I went through and I did most of this first in advance. I'm going to start categorizing them and arranging them in color order. So there's some reds. What will go next? Maybe I'll add pink into those reds. There's some pinks. You can arrange them however you want. Maybe you want them really clustered and bunched up. Oh, here's another pink. Boy, I didn't get any purple, but I sure got lots of pink. You can have the bigger ones closer to the top. Here I have some oranges. Oh, there's a red. So I'm just arranging them so I can, first of all, have a pretty solid idea of if I have the right amount of colors. Oh, here's kind of this dark yellow. It was like a couch or something. But because there's a little black in there, it looks a little darker. And then here's some pure yellow. I might have to go a little bit longer here so my colors all fit. And you can arrange them. This is why it's kind of good to arrange them first, so you don't art yourself into a corner. I mean, you just art yourself back out again, really, is what happens. But this way you can kind of get a nice layout going. All right. So now I have some greens, and some of my greens are lighter than others. So I think those will go closer to the yellow. And then the darker greens will go closer to the blues. Ha ha ha. And here are my blues. I guess this periwinkle blue here is almost a lavender. All right, so see how I've turned these raindrops into a rainbow. Kind of combine the two ideas. Now I am going to glue them coming out of my cloud. And I can see that this is barely gonna fit, right? So I'll probably economize. I'll probably, maybe some of mine will overlap and go right into this cloud shape. But I'm just gonna go for it. Like I said, if I art myself into a corner, I will just art myself out again. Oops, I guess I better move these. There we go. Or you can have them really close and clustered up here by the cloud, like really close and clustered. See how much closer those are than what I have over here? I might do that so mine all fit. Pink. See what I'm doing? I'm going to keep doing this all the way over until all my rainbow raindrops are all over on this picture. And you can space them out however you want. And if cutting out teardrop shapes is even more than you feel like doing, just even cutting out circles or stripes would be cute. Boy, I'm making a mess. Moving over to orange. Definitely a glue stick would have been easier. Note to self. Oops. Just keep going. We're in no rush, right? On to yellows. All right, so just keep going, and remember, have your parent or adults take a picture. I'd love to see what you make, and even if it's a picture through your window because you have it hanging in your window. Have fun and keep going with your rainbows. Bye-bye.